great question. Here's the hard part. The hard part is what you can and can't do. And the challenge, if you're one of these 30 tryout players, you have 3 days, and how do you make an impression? It's a really tough. It's a tough challenge. And yet, we're going to meet at 3 today. Our numbers relative to guys making rosters as free agents, as tryouts, is really, really strong. And the first thing that came up in our team meeting, it's one of the first messages, was, the moment you're here, how you got here, was the science of procuring the best room possible. But once you're here, how you got here is really not important. So, overall, I look, both QBs have done a good job. Like, when you get a bunch of this offense, and they've been in different systems. One's obviously older, the other one's young, but they've both done a really good job. That's the first challenge, and I can remember being that guy and not doing well. Like, didn't know the fronts, and there's nothing that can slow a practice down more than a quarterback that can't get in and out of the huddle, and those two have done a great job. I would say the offensive line, just in general, when you come out and you look at them, we were able to draft a player and then sign a number of guys that we had draftable grades on, and it's an impressive-looking group. Go ahead. No.
What was the rationale with Peterman? What appeals to you?
It's always helpful if you can get a veteran who, because you don't know how it's going to be for the rookie, right? Now, he's been fantastic, like spitting it out. He was just in Kansas City last week. And, he obviously comes from a football family. But when you get a veteran, if you're able to, it ensures that there's going to be a steady flow to practice, because you don't know if you're going to have frickin' Sean Payton over here that can't break the huddle and figure out what formation's which. And dead serious, it can slow down your whole practice if you can't get the quarterback center exchange, if you can't call the play in the huddle. And so he's someone that's had a ton of experience at that.